Anthropic just dropped Sonnet 4.6, and look, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this is bigger than Opus 4.6. It's not. Opus's 4.6, it brought agent teams, the million token context window, even the security stuff. That was the big leap, but Sonnet 4.6 might actually matter more to your bottom line if you are running a business. Why that is because it takes 95 to 98% of what Opus can do, and it delivers it at 1/5 of the cost. And if you use OpenClaw, running client workflows, or doing anything at scale with the API, this changes the math on quite literally everything. So in this video, I'm not going to be running you through the demos. You already saw what these capabilities actually look like in my Opus 4.6 video. Go check that out if you're interested. Instead, I'm going to be breaking down the numbers, showing you exactly when you should be using Sonnet versus when you should be using Opus, and comparing the two and how this is actually stacking up and why it is actually pretty important. All right, so the headline numbers, Sonnet 4.6, it now has a 1 million token context window in beta. So this is the first time for any Sonnet model. So it can output up to 64,000 tokens in a single response. It also now supports adaptive thinking, which is that feature from Opus 4.6, where the model just decides how hard to think based on what you are actually asking. So if you have a simple question, you'll get a quick answer. Also, there's the complex multi-step problem where it spins up extended thinking all automatically. So Anthropic, they just recommend sending effort to medium for most Sonnet 4.6 use cases to actually balance the speed, the cost, and the performance. Now they also shipped context compaction in beta, which automatically just summarizes older parts of a conversation as it approaches the context limit. So with this, you are essentially getting unlimited conversation length, which is massive for those long agentic sessions. Now, the benchmarks. On the SWE bench verified, the gold standard for the real world coding, at 4.6 hit 79.6%. Opus 4.6, it scored 80.8%. So that's just a 1.2 point gap. On the OS world for computer use, Sonnet scored 72.5. Opus scored 72.7. That's essentially a tie, pretty crazy. But here's the part that actually matters. On office tasks, so the GDP val benchmark, Sonnet 4.6 actually beats Opus 4.6 with a 1633 ELO versus 1606. Now on agentic financial analysis, Sonnet leads every model tested at 63.3%, beating Opus at 60.1%, and GPT 5.2 at 59%. And on the scaled tool use, the MCP Atlas benchmark, Sonnet just edges out Opus again at 61.3% compared to the 60.3%. So let me just say that again. On the things that most of your automations or use cases actually involve, like office tasks, financial analysis, tool use, the cheaper model hit is winning right now. So where does Opus still clearly lead? That is going to be in the deep novel reasoning. So on the GPQA Diamond, Opus scored 91.3% versus Sonnet's 74.1%. Now that is quite a significant gap. And in the truly complex multi-agentic coordination and the hardest terminal coding problems, Opus, it clearly still has the edge. So Anthropic, like they say it themselves, like Opus 4.6, it remains the strongest option for tasks that actually demand the deepest reasoning, such as code-based refactoring, coordinating multiple agents in a workflow, and problems where getting it right is very paramount. Now let's talk a little bit about what this means if you are using this for OpenClaw. So for the last few weeks, we have been basically forced to use the nuke for everything. 4.6, it was just so far ahead of Sonnet 4.5 that there was not a real decision to be making. So if you wanted those quality outputs, you ran Opus. But the problem with that is Opus, it just eats tokens. And at $15 an input, $75 an output with extended thinking, your margins on client work or whatever you're doing, it starts getting squeezed really fast, especially on high volume automations. Now, we finally have a scalpel. So Sonnet 4.6 is $3 per million input tokens, $15 per million output. That's 5 times cheaper across the board. And for most of the work that OpenClaw is actually doing, like the routing tasks, processing documents, navigating the web apps, or updating CRMs, handling any tool calls, 4.6 Sonnet, it performs just as well or better than Opus. So here's what I would recommend. 3 different tiers. So tier 1, Sonnet 4.6 as your default. So this handles probably 80% of what your systems do. So the form fills, data extraction, tool use, standard coding tasks, office automation, follow-ups. You set it, you forget about it. Tier 2, Opus 4.6 for the hard stuff. So complex multi-step reasoning, novel problem solving, big code-based refactors, security audits, and anything where you need agent teams running in parallel. And then you can route to Opus when the task genuinely just demands it. And then tier 3, is using Haiku 4.5 for the very simple stuff. So anything like classification or the routing, simple extraction. So there's no reasons to burn Sonnet tokens on a task that just needs to sort an email into a category. There's no point in that. Now, if you set up intelligent routing like this in your OpenCloud workflows, like you are going to see significant API costs while maintaining the same quality that your clients or your business and your team is used to. All right, now let's actually talk about what this looks like in real numbers, because this is the part that should actually get you excited if you are running a business and using this heavily. So let's say you have a workflow that processes about 10 million tokens per day. So that's pretty standard for a very busy automation, right? Now on Opus 4.6, that's costing you roughly $150 a day in the input alone. If you add output tokens with extended thinking, you're looking at potentially $500 to $700 a day, depending on the workflow. Now that's going to be $15,000 to $20,000 a month, just an API cost for, this one system. All right, so let me give you guys the quick cheat sheet. So you should be using Sonnet 4.6 when you are doing office tasks automations. So things like spreadsheets or web forms, CRM updates, email processing, because this is literally the #1 model in the world at that right now. And then you can use it for any financial analysis or document processing where Sonnet leads every model tested. So now you can also use it for standard coding tasks like bug fixes, feature implementations, code reviews, even test generation. It is within a point of Opus, and developers actually are, from what I've seen, preferring it because they're over-engineering less. And then you could use it for high-volume agentic workflows where cost is going to be a bigger factor, or anytime you're making hundreds or thousands of API calls. And also you can be using it for tool use and MCP integrations where Sonnet actually beats Opus on scaled tool use. And then, of course, like I mentioned, you can use Opus 4.6 when the tasks require deep, novel reasoning. So things like scientific analysis, complex proofs on mathematics, if you're ever doing that, or truly hard engineering problems. And you can use it when you need multi-agent coordination, where agent teams is working in parallel across different parts of a complex task. Also, you could use it for full code-based refactors or just security audits where a 1% to 2% accuracy difference is genuinely going to matter. And you could also use it when the task involves, let's say, 20 plus sequential reasoning steps, where each step depends on the last. Lastly, using it anytime getting it exactly right is going to be very critical for you. So like those big important questions where you really need that right answer, that is going to be important. So anything like security sensitive, production critical, or compliance work where near enough is not going to be good enough, that's where you will use Opus 4.6, like the best of the best. So bottom line, 4.6, it is a massive practical upgrade in this space. Not because it does something new that we haven't seen before, that's not the case. It's just because it makes Opus level performance available at a price point that actually changes the economics of running a business and utilizing this stuff effectively and consistently, and of course at scale. So switch your default OpenCloud workflows or whatever you're using to Sonnet 4.6, route the hard stuff to Opus, watch your margins improve overnight. Now with that being said, if you are a business owner looking to transform your operations and either drive leverage or increase your bottom line in 2026, then check out the link down below in the description to work with us. We're AI transformation partners. We'll get you on a call with a free AI audit. But with that being said, if you guys found any value inside of this video, then please drop a like, drop a comment, let me know that you guys enjoyed this type of content. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Check out our free school community. Link will be down below in the description. I'll see you guys in the next video.